Sir, may I come in?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Please take a seat. You're Amit, Meena?
Yes, ma'am.
Amit, please introduce yourself.
Ma'am, I am Amit Meena. I come from Bara district of Rajasthan. I have done BTech in Civil Engineering from IIT Delhi, and my hobbies include beta testing of video games, going for walks, and as an extracurricular activity, I have been a volunteer for creating awareness about child sexual harassment.
Okay. You studied your 12th grade you did from Kota.
Yes.
So Kota has been in the news for a lot of reasons, and primarily because of very high rates of suicide among students. What causes this?
Ma'am, the vast competitiveness of the JEE as well as the NEET examinations overburden the students, and secondly, there is expectation from the parents and the relatives as well for a good career choice that JEE and NEET will be giving them. So that leads to overburdening of the students, and furthermore, most of the students live alone in Kota, so that leads to anxiety and depression among them.
So, if you were, if you were an administrator, say in Kota, and you had to deal with this situation, what solutions would you find? Because the present administration has found some solutions, but can you find some creative solution?
Ma'am, firstly, mental counselors can be there so as to ensure that the mental health of all the students is ensured. Secondly, playtime can be given in the coaching sectors as well, so that whenever after studies or after long hours of study sessions, they can play some sports and all to enrich their mind as well. And thirdly, ma'am, there is a need to create awareness among the parents as well, so as to not overburden the child with huge expectations. So that will decrease the issues.
You also went to Vidyasagar Shishu Niketan, right? Who was Vidyasagar?
Ma'am, Vidyasagar was a renowned social reformer of the 19th century, and he worked for the upliftment of women, and the Widow Remarriage Act of 1856 was also brought in. And furthermore, ma'am, he also established tribal schools for the education of tribals in that region, ma'am.
Who was the other very important social reformer of Bengal?
Ma'am, Raja Ram Mohan Roy.
Yeah, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So, you stayed in Kolkata?
Yes, ma'am.
You visited the house where Ram Mohan?
Sorry, ma'am.
You haven't. Okay. What newspapers do you read?
Ma'am, the Hindu and the Indian Express.
Hindu and Indian Express. So, you've seen that Israel has been dragged to International Court of Justice.
Yes.
What is the issue? Who has dragged them?
Ma'am, South Africa has dragged Israel to the International Court of Justice, pointing out the humanitarian crisis that has been caused in the area of Palestine.
Are you sure about the cause?
Ma'am, they mentioned it to the exact wording I am forgetting, ma'am.
Okay. So, where is the International Court of Justice?
Ma'am, it is located in Hague, Netherlands.
In The Hague. Do we have a judge there?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not exactly aware.
Okay. There is another court another international court in The Hague. You know the name of that court?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
That court issued a warrant against President Putin.
Yes, ma'am, I remember, but I could not.
You can't remember. Okay. Do you know what is India's Act East policy?
Ma'am, India's Act East policy focuses on ensuring better connect with the ASEAN countries as well as the other eastward nations. Furthermore, it also tries to build cultural relations as well as economic ties, and it also ensures the growth of the northeastern region of India.
Which are the other countries in addition to ASEAN which it targets?
Ma'am, countries like Japan, South Korea, as well as currently India is also focusing on the FIPIC nations.
Which are the FIPIC nations?
Ma'am, nations like Papua New Guinea. Sorry, ma'am, I'm only able to recall that. Right.
So one FIPIC nation was in the news yesterday, big news. What is it? You remember? Let me give you the name of the country, Nauru.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
You didn't know. Okay, thank you so much, Amit.
Amit, you come from district Baran. Which is district? Where is it located in Rajasthan?
Sir, Baran district is located in the southeastern part of Rajasthan, bordering the Madhya Pradesh. It is also bordered by Kota as well as Jhalawad district, and it was carved out of Kota in 1991, sir.
Tell me something about Rajasthan. How many regions are there? What languages are there? What minerals are there? And what are the major source of income of the people? Just let me know.
So the regions so there is the Hadoti region that is Baran is located in that region, and sir another region is the Madwad region.
Jodhpur area.
Yes, sir. But I'm not able to recall the other regions, sir. And sir, regarding the sorry, sir, I forgot the complete question. I'm extremely sorry.
It can be a question. Anyway, how much your language is different from Marwadi? Marwadi region, Jodhpur region.
So the region I stay in, we speak the language Hadoti. While
Hadoti is language.
Yes, sir. Hadoti is the dialect.
Dialect,
yes.
Yeah, dialect of language.
So it is a bit different, but sir, most of the words generally used are the same, sir.
Achha. What are the important minerals they are found in Rajasthan?
So Rajasthan is the leading producer of lead, zinc, as well as most of the production of copper also happens in Rajasthan. Furthermore, sir, stones like Kota stone and marble is also a huge production there, sir.
How about oil? Crude oil is produced there?
Yes, crude oil is also there, but I'm not able to recall the location, sir.
Barmer, there is a refinery. There is one refinery in the Jhalawad side also, I suppose.
I'm extremely sorry, sir, but I am.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. So, you come from Karakoram hostel.
Yes, sir.
So, these hostels are made on the ranges. So, where is the Karakoram range located?
So, the Karakoram range is located in India, China, Pakistan, and some parts of it are also located in Afghanistan and Tajikistan.
What all minerals we get there? Benefits of Karakoram ranges. Humanity should get something, no? Human being. So, what are the benefits from these ranges?
So, these ranges provide a safety net for the Indian subcontinent from the cold jets that come in. And furthermore, sir, also orographic rainfall happens due to the Himalayas and the Karakoram ranges that are there in the southern parts of the Karakoram range, sir.
Okay, you said your hobbies are you are volunteer for prevention of child sexual abuse and harassment. So, what you have done it in this project? What is your contribution to the organization?
So, I worked with an NGO, and we used to visit different schools as well as colleges and hold seminars. And we used to talk to different students about good touch, bad touch, and teach them how to report any such instance if that happens. So that was the main motive we used to go.
Okay. So,
there is similar to child harassment. There is one act for workplace for the women. What is that called?
So it is the POSH Act, that is Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act.
So what does it say? What are the conditions in that?
So it mentions that there must be an internal complaint committee.
Suppose there is no women in that workplace. So will there be a committee?
Sorry, sir, but I'm not exactly aware about the that provision. However, sir, it is not a general neutral act, so it only applies for women as opposed.
So if there is no women working there, so there won't be any committee.
I'm not exactly sure, sir.
There will be a committee because some women can visit that office.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So in civil engineering, there there are certain areas which has been designated as earth-prone quake areas in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So what are the how do they classify it
So the Indians,
in Indian context?
so we have zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5 based on the seismicity of the region and the vulnerability to the earthquake that will happen in that region, sir.
So then what are the, suppose we are in zone 5, so what are they supposed to do
So,
while passing the mm, plan for that building construction? So there certain must be some rigid stipulations.
So for construction purposes and infrastructure buildings, so there are the new building codes as well as the IS codes that all the buildings should follow, and that are based upon the zone that the building is being constructed in. Furthermore, sir, there have been suggestions that in areas like zone 5, bamboo can be used in instead of bricks and all, because bamboo has a higher shear strength, so it will not collapse with the seismicity that is there, sir.
You belong to Baran,
Yes,
so it's famous for one more thing.
yes, sir.
What is that?
So it is it has one of the 3 meteorite craters in India, sir, the Ramgarh crater. And
No, poppy cultivation.
okay, sir.
You,
I was not aware. So actually, the poppy cultivation is mostly in the bordering areas of Madhya Pradesh along with Rajasthan.
no, in Rajasthan also there is poppy cultivation. Udaipur, Chittorgarh.
Yes, I was
There are
not
4,
aware.
5 districts. So you have never seen a poppy field.
No, sir, I haven't seen the poppy.
It means that you have not lived in Rajasthan. Otherwise, there is a customary practice in Rajasthan is when they welcome a guest, particularly in marriages and all that, they give some opium. Have you ever encountered that?
So they do give poppy seeds.
Not seeds,
Pani
poppy with water.
No, sir.
No, opium with water. A little bit of opium.
No, sir, I haven't encountered that, sir.
I was posted in narcotics, so I have gone through this area. So
Okay, sir, I'll read about it.
Okay. I mean, what is alpha testing?
So alpha testing is after a particular application has been developed by the organization, they put it through the first test after the whole application is developed, during which they test the different parts and the different features that they wanted in the application and whether they are working or not.
And how is it different from beta testing?
So beta testing is generally done by not well-trained professionals. Beta testing is released when an application is released to a limited amount of public before the global release, and during that they play or use the application to the extent possible. So as
What games have you beta tested?
so I'm currently beta testing every update of Valorant.
Of?
Every update of Valorant.
Okay.
So I get the beta codes before they are released to the public. I download the game and test it on a regular basis.
There was a deal about a video game company getting acquired by Microsoft, and it was cancelled last year. What was the deal about, and which company was it?
Sorry, sir, I'm but not recalling the name right now.
Okay. And have you heard of gamma testing as well?
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay. And you also happen to walk, no? You like walking.
Yes.
Have you read any book on walking, maybe by famous personalities?
No, sir, I haven't read a book as.
Okay. And any particular famous walk or walks that you can recall?
So the Dandi March, that was for the Salt Satyagraha. That was one of the famous marches. And sir, recently as well, the Bharat Jodo Yatra that was happening to connect the people all around India. That was another famous walk.
And who was Warrior Elvin?
So Warrior Elvin, sorry sir, it slipped out of my mind. I'm not able.
Have you heard of Elvin Ghore debate?
Yes. So Warrior Elvin talked about the isolationist policy of keeping the tribals in a national park-like situation. However, sir, later on, after the debate, there was a change in stand by Verer Elvin, and he talked about the integrationist policy following our Prime Minister of that time, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.
And what policy came out of it?
So the tribal panchil was written in there.
And do you think humans or the civilization started when plants domesticated humans? Do you agree that plants domesticated humans?
Yes, I do agree, because Yuval Noah Harari also has talked about it, and he mentions that while plants were being domesticated, they domesticated humans because we stopped being nomads and settled at a particular place for the survival, sir.
Okay. And one last question. Do you see the trend of sexual harassment faced by either children or by women? Is it reducing or is it increasing?
Sir, I personally believe that with the developments that have happened, the cases are decreasing. However, so the reporting has increased, and so we see more and more cases being pointed out. So that are the reasons that we see more cases. However, I personally believe that with the security enhancement and the acts that have been brought in, the overall situation has improved.
All right. Okay. That's it.
So, Amit, what do you think? How did you do?
Ma'am, I think I answered questions a bit hurriedly. Otherwise, I think it was fine.
But
जोर से बोला करो ना।
you know, now your voice is much louder than it was a little while back.
Yes, ma'am. I have an issue of voice. So
You were very soft spoken. Huh? You will lose marks if you speak like that. You have to speak up. You have to also exhibit a little more energy. You should feel involved. Okay, it should look like you're enjoying. You like to have a conversation with us. Whether you know the answer or not, that's a different matter. Okay, it's not really everything that you know is not going to be judged, but your personality. So you're appearing as not very enthusiastic. So you have to put energy into the way you deliver, the way you speak. So there's a big change between how you were speaking earlier and now. Huh?
okay, ma'am. I'll try to improve.
See, your voice is
Exactly.
much louder now. You were very soft spoken. And otherwise, you have a problem, I know, because you basically belong to Rajasthan, but I think you've lived all your life in West Bengal.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have two states to study about. Huh? So your DAF that way is very interesting. You have to read up on Rajasthan also.
Okay, ma'am.
Read up a little more because you were asked a lot of questions on Rajasthan and you did not have the answers in your fingertips. So you have to know a little more about social, political, cultural. And Bengal, I asked you a few
Yes,
things. Obviously you lived there, so you knew. But you have to also read the newspapers. Huh? Newspaper padhte ho na regularly?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? So when is your interview?
Ma'am, the date is not out.
Not out. You went for interview last time.
Yes, ma'am.
How many times have you applied for interview?
Ma'am, this will be my second.
Second time. Last time, how many marks did you get?
Ma'am, I got 180.
180 is not a bad score at all. You didn't do well in written.
No, ma'am. My written marks were a bit low.
Written was low. So इस साल written कैसे हुआ है?
It was better than last time.
Better
but
than last.
The optional, I am not exactly sure.
Optional. What's your optional is anthro. Okay. So yeah, because you're an IIT Delhi graduate, so the bar for you will also be a little higher. You'll be expected. None of us asked you questions from your graduation. There could be a technical person in the board who can ask you technical questions. So be ready with your DAF.
Okay, ma'am.
And you want to add something?
नहीं, ये थोड़ा improve करो about your, as madam says, about Rajasthan and this thing, and whatever you have written in
This
that.
technical question also can
Yeah.
come. वो मैंने पूछे नहीं, पूछना चाहिए था मुझे.
It's very, looks impressive when you write, I know, I have done this, I have done that, but you should be prepared to hear answers here and there.
Rajasthan you cannot escape. Yeah, that is
And
your-
that too, you are a Meena, the most powerful tribe in Rajasthan.
नहीं, otherwise content ठीक है, confidence रखिए, हाँ.
जरा बढ़ाओ, आवाज की पिच थोड़ी तेज करो, उतनी
और अभी जैसे एंथ्रोपोलॉजी पर भी ना थोड़ा पढ़ लेना पड़ेगा.
ओके सर.
दे कुड बी क्वेश्चंस, क्योंकि जनरली जो पॉलिटिकल साइंस, सोशियोलॉजी, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी पर क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं. तो अभी टाइम है.
ओके.
People can ask कि आपने सिविल इंजीनियरिंग जो ऑप्शन है तो क्यों नहीं लिया, and you went for arts. That you should be ready, you should be prepared.
ओके सर.
मेरे को इंटरेस्ट है, कुछ ना कुछ आंसर होना चाहिए.
यस.
अल्फा टेस्टिंग होती है विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन.
यस सर. इट्स विद
बीटा to the by the users selected group,
Yes.
and gamma is for security purposes only, कि
Oh.
कोई सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच तो नहीं हो रहा, कहीं कोई डेटा तो नहीं लीक हो रहा.
ओके सर.
तो चेंजेस जो किए जाएंगे अल्फा में बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, बीटा में बहुत कम हो जाते हैं, गामा में कोई चेंज नहीं होता.
ओके सर.
You have anything to ask?
नो मैम, दैट्स ऑल.
Huh? You got a pleasing personality, and you should. Your smile is very nice, but don't appear to be under pressure. ठीक है? There's no need to be pressurized. You're good.
थैंक यू मैम.
Okay. Thank you.
थैंक यू.